Can you remember the last time you actually lusted after a Peugeot? The last time a Peugeot made you go, wow, rather than, whoa. Seems like absolutely ages ago. But the wait for a truly desirable Peugeot is over. Behold the new RCZ. This is the car that proves the big pug has finally got its design mojo back. In fact, the RCZ's beauty is so hypnotising that looking at it for long enough will make you forget all about monstrosities like the 1007 forever. It even makes Peugeot's gormless grinning grille look good, but the best bit is round here at the back. This glorious double bubble roof. It kind of gives the car a cleavage, so I should probably better stop fondling it, otherwise I'll end up on the car offenders register. The curvy glass is a feature you'd only expect to find on a £1 million one-off concept car, not something that costs just 20 grand. Yes, that's right, the stunning RCZ is hot hatch money. Now that's probably got you wondering whether this car sees a return to Peugeot's glory days of building brilliant driver's machines such as the 205 GTI and of course the 306 GTI 6. Well, the short answer to that is no, not quite. Now don't get me wrong, the RCZ is far more sportive, far more engaging than the Humdrum 308 on which it's based. I mean, there's loads of grip and there's absolutely no body roll when you go through corners. And even if you turn the ESP stability control off, this car's so neutral that you can drive like a complete numpty and get away with it. But ultimately, that stability means that in the end, this car isn't quite as much fun as it could have been. Don't worry though, the range-topping 200 brake horsepower RCZ, which costs about 2 grand more, has slightly different suspension settings and stiffer anti-roll bars. And apparently, it feels a lot more pointy. However, it's this 156 brake horsepower model with its lower power, less aggressive driving dynamics and more affordable price which is going to be the best seller. Its 1.6 turbo unit is good for a top speed of 133 miles an hour and 0 to 62 miles an hour in 8.3 seconds. This little engine revs pretty sweetly and the gearbox is an absolute joy to use. But really, this car doesn't ever actually feel that fast. However, for most people, it's not about how quick it is, it's about the way it looks. And I'm not just talking about the outside. The RCZ is just as stylish inside too. It has a proper feel-good factor with its low-slung driving position and rake dash, which looks particularly appealing with this optional integral leather. The only complaints are that the buttons for the stereo feel a little bit cheap, and the standard fit steering wheel is as large as those used to steer ships. Thankfully, a smaller one is available as an option. Obviously, the RCZ is a 2+2, so what's life like for the +2? Well, it's a little bit cramped back here. There isn't much headroom or leg room. Still, it'd be perfectly fine for giving a lift to your enemies. And while we're on the boring subject of practicality, blimey neck, let's go check out the boot. It's actually pretty decent size. I mean, there's 309 litres of space in there if you want to carry some litres around. And if you pull out this red handle, you can fold the rear seat backs down. The only trouble is there's this divider here, which means unlike in an Audi TT, which has a normal hatchback, you'd only really be able to load in some flat pack furniture. But really, that's just nitpicking because this car is all about the way it looks. And the RCZ is one of the most stunning cars ever created. And I don't just mean by Peugeot. So with that in mind, I'll get out of the way and let you enjoy the view.